Let's talk about Wi-Fi. It's something we use every single day, often without even thinking about it. Whether you're streaming your favorite show, working from home, or just scrolling through social media, Wi-Fi is always there, quietly powering your digital life. It's the invisible lifeline for all our gadgets, connecting everything from our phones and laptops to smart TVs, speakers, and even kitchen appliances. Our homes are filled with devices that rely on a strong, secure Wi-Fi connection to function smoothly. But here's the thing. Your Wi-Fi password isn't just a random code you type in once and forget. It's the digital key to your home, controlling who gets access to your entire network and everything connected to it. Every email you send, every website you visit, and every password you enter travels through your network. That means your Wi-Fi is the gateway to your personal information, your work, and your private conversations. If someone cracks your Wi-Fi, they're not just stealing your internet, they're inside your digital life. They could snoop on your activity, steal sensitive data, or even use your network for illegal activities, all without you knowing. It's not just about someone slowing down your connection or racking up your data bill. It's about protecting your privacy, your identity, and your security from people who want to take advantage. Hackers don't need to be geniuses, just opportunists looking for weak passwords. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple guess or a quick search online to break in. That's why your Wi-Fi password is your first line of defense. A strong, unique password can make all the difference in keeping your network safe. Think of it as the lock on your digital front door. You wouldn't leave your house unlocked, so why leave your Wi-Fi wide open? Would you trust a flimsy lock to protect your home and everything inside? A weak Wi-Fi password is just as risky. Don't settle for a weak Wi-Fi password. Take a moment to create one that's strong and hard to guess. It's a simple step that can save you a lot of trouble. Understanding the stakes is the first step to real security. When you know what's at risk, you're more likely to take action and protect yourself. In the next section, let's see how these attacks actually work, and, more importantly, how you can stop them before they start. So, how does Wi-Fi actually work? It's something we use every day, but most of us never stop to think about what's really happening when we connect our devices to the internet without any wires. Let's break it down step by step. Your internet starts its journey as a signal traveling through a physical cable, like fiber optic or coaxial, that enters your home and plugs into a modem. The modem's job is to translate that signal into something your devices can understand. Next, the modem connects to a router. The router is like a tiny radio station, broadcasting your internet connection as invisible radio waves all around your home. These waves travel through walls, floors, and even furniture, carrying data back and forth between your devices and the wider internet. When you want to get online, your phone or laptop searches for these radio signals. If you select your network and enter the correct password, your device tunes in and joins the network, just like tuning a radio to the right station. But it's not just about connecting. Your Wi-Fi network uses encryption to scramble the information you send and receive. This means that even if someone nearby tries to intercept your data, all they'll see is a jumble of meaningless code. When your device connects, it performs a digital handshake with the router. This handshake is a quick conversation where both sides agree on a secret code, ensuring that only your device and the router can understand each other's messages. However, if someone else, like a hacker, gets hold of your Wi-Fi password, they can join this handshake too. That means they could potentially see your private information, use your internet, or even access your devices. That's why having a strong password and using encryption are absolutely essential. They're your first line of defense against unwanted guests on your network. The handshake process is the critical moment when your network's security is put to the test. If your password is strong, your connection stays safe. If it's weak, you're leaving the door wide open. Hackers often use special software to guess weak passwords in seconds. If your password is something simple, like 123456 or password, it's almost like inviting them in. Understanding how this process works is the key to protecting your digital life. The more you know about how your Wi-Fi operates, the better you can defend your network from threats. Next, let's dive deeper into what makes a password truly strong, and how you can avoid the common mistakes that make your network vulnerable. Stay tuned to learn how to keep your internet floating safely through the air. Your Wi-Fi password is the biggest vulnerability in most home networks. Weak passwords, like password.23 or QWERTY, are easy targets for hackers. Default passwords printed on your router are often public knowledge. Hackers use lists of these defaults to break in within seconds. A strong, unique password is your best defense. It makes hackers move on to easier targets. Take a minute to create a password that's long, complex, and not based on personal info. How do hackers actually crack your Wi-Fi? It's not always as complicated as you might think. In fact, many attackers use surprisingly simple methods that take advantage of common mistakes people make with their home networks. First, they try a dictionary attack, using programs to test thousands of common words and passwords. These tools quickly run through lists of popular passwords, hoping you've picked something easy to guess, like password 123 or your pet's name. If that fails, they use brute force, trying every possible combination until they get in. This method is slower, but with enough time and a short password, it's almost guaranteed to work. Automated software can attempt millions of combinations in just a few hours. Short, simple passwords fall quickly to these attacks. Even passwords that seem unique can be cracked if they're not long or complex enough. Phishing is another trick. Hackers set up fake Wi-Fi networks or login pages to steal your password. You might think you're logging into a real hotspot, but you're actually handing your credentials straight to a cybercriminal. There's also handshake capture. Hackers intercept the encrypted handshake when you connect, then crack it offline. This means they don't need to stay connected to your network. They can take their time breaking in from anywhere. With weak passwords, these methods work fast. Sometimes, it only takes a few minutes for a hacker to break in and access your private information. The longer and more complex your password, the harder it is to crack. Using a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols makes a huge difference in your security. Most attacks succeed because people use easy-to-guess passwords. Lists of the most common passwords are widely available online, and hackers always try those first. Don't make it easy for them. Take a few minutes to create a strong, unique password for your Wi-Fi and change it regularly. Next, let's see how simple these attacks really are. You might be surprised at just how quickly a hacker can break in if you're not careful. Wi-Fi hacking isn't just for experts. Anyone can download free tools and try it. All it takes is a special wireless adapter and some software to scan for networks and sniff traffic. Hackers look for weak networks, old encryption, default settings, or lots of activity. Password cracking programs can try billions of passwords using lists from past data breaches. Many of these tools are meant for security testing, but in the wrong hands, they're dangerous. The barrier to entry is low. Anyone with curiosity and a laptop can try. That's why it's so important to secure your network. Let's walk through a typical attack. Here's how a Wi-Fi hack usually goes down. The attacker scans for networks, looking for weak spots, like default names or old encryption. They pick a target and try to capture the handshake by forcing a device to reconnect. Once they have the handshake, they leave and crack it offline using password cracking software. If your password is weak, it's only a matter of time before they get in. Strong passwords and updated security settings make this process nearly impossible. Most hackers give up if it takes too long. Don't be the easy target. Now, a quick but important warning. Don't try this yourself. Everything here is for education. Never use these techniques to hack someone's Wi-Fi. Unauthorized access is illegal and can lead to heavy fines or jail time. Laws like the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act make this a serious crime. Hacking someone's network is a violation of privacy, like breaking into their home. The only time these tools are legal is with explicit permission for security testing. Don't risk your future for curiosity or a free internet connection. Respect others' privacy and the law. Use this knowledge to protect yourself, not to harm others. Now, let's focus on how to secure your own network. Securing your Wi-Fi is easier than you think. Use a strong, unique password, at least 12 to 16 characters, mixing letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid common words and personal info. Make sure your router uses WPA2 or WPA3 encryption, never WEP. Change the default admin login for your router's settings. Update your router's firmware regularly to patch security holes. Disable WPS, which has known vulnerabilities. Change your network name, SSID, to something generic. Hiding your SSID isn't necessary. Focus on strong passwords and encryption. These steps make your network a tough target. Most hackers will move on to easier prey. Take 5 minutes to check your settings today. Your digital safety starts here. Your Wi-Fi router is the gatekeeper to your digital life. Leaving it unprotected is like leaving your front door wide open. Hackers rely on weak passwords and outdated settings. By securing your network, you turn a flimsy lock into a steel vault. Cybersecurity is an ongoing habit. Stay alert and update regularly. Check your password, encryption, and firmware now. These small steps protect your privacy, finances, and family. Your online safety is in your hands. Don't wait. Secure your Wi-Fi today. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.